Hey guys, so today we got some information regarding some of the more likely characters to get into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and most of the information that we got was kind of negative. But I mean, it's speculation season, so there's always ups and downs for different characters. So who knows what this means for them? But I'll start with the one that's the least damaging, really, which is Rayman. So Rayman recently got announced for being in Brawlhalla, which is a fighting game that's very similar to Smash, and so people have been questioning, does this hurt Rayman's chances in Smash? This means, Rayman's deconfirmed for Smash. I'd say probably not. I think characters can be in, multiple games and can be guest stars in multiple games. If Ubisoft wants to put Rayman in a game that they're making, cool, good for them. Doesn't mean that he can't be in Smash. I always thought Rayman was maybe more of a down the road DLC character for Smash anyway. So, putting him in a game now probably doesn't hurt his chances. We got Shovel Knight. He's in a bunch of different games, so I don't think that really hurts Rayman's chances. Shovel Knight's in what is it, Blade Strangers, and he's in Smash, and he's in like Ukulele. He's in a ton of games. I mean, Shovel Knight's in he's like the guest star lately. So yeah, I don't think that really hurts any character's chances being in another game. So yeah, I don't really expect Rayman to get into the base roster of Smash. I think he could be a DLC character though. Obviously there was that trophy for Rayman in Smash 4, so I think he's still a pretty likely character. Rayman was a trophy in Smash 4, so he's always seemed kind of likely for Super Smash Bros. This time around. If he doesn't get in, I could still see him getting in his DLC. Honestly, that's sort of where I was guessing he would maybe get in. I feel like he's just that kind of a character that they'd maybe hold off. He's hype enough to have people download him and pay for like a DLC, but at the same time probably not a top priority character to get in for the base roster. So if he doesn't make it in right away, I'm still thinking Rayman has a pretty good shot. Again, I don't think him being in Brawlhalla really does anything to his chances either way. So the second piece of information I got here, going against a very likely character, is there's something that came out from a person over on Twitter called Leaky Pandy. But first off, I just want to say, I'm going to make a Skull Kid video. I said last video I was going to make a Skull Kid video. This is not that video. That video just keeps getting pushed back on me. I'm going to make like a solo Skull Kid video just about his chances and, the way that he went from like being someone nobody was guessing at to someone that's like, seems like one of our most likely characters. But anyway, this person, Leaky Pandy, put this up on Twitter. They said, Skull Kid is not a playable character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. He appears as a boss. Well, that is possible. I don't think Leaky Pandy is super trustable. I think Leaky Pandy got like the announce date for Super Smash Brothers right, and that was like it. Otherwise, they've had a lot of shaky credibility. Some of the things they've said that I've managed to like dig up here. They said there was going to be a Nintendo Direct that said premium DLC for Super Smash Bros. Odyssey and Pokken Tournament. Mario will get 2 DLC sets in the following months. The first on April 25th, including a brand new Luigi's Mansion base kingdom and 43 stars. I mean, that's nothing. That's obviously not... didn't come true. So some other stuff Leaky Panda got wrong. They said something about, I think, Fire Emblem information in March. And I mean, basically, they've had a lot of wrong information, specifically, wrong things about like the contents of games. They've gotten, I think the only thing they got right really was like the date of a direct. So, I don't know. I don't give them too much credit here, really. Not over, LOZ18, who got specific information in Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is the game we're wondering about, correct. So, if LOZ18 is saying Skull Kid's in and this person is saying no, I'm going to have to go with LOZ18. Just seems like the more credible leaker here. So on the note of Skull Kid and LOZ18, I said this last video, but I'll put it up here again. LOZ18 posted a private message on GameFAQs a little while back that basically showed that someone had told him about K. Rool before the Direct, and that's the person who he's getting Skull Kid from. So while that was a private message, so we can't confirm if he really knew about K. Rool ahead of time, he really should have put that information out publicly, but he didn't. Regardless, he has said he believes Skull Kid, so he believes this person, or he believes that someone told him K. Rool, and that now makes Skull Kid, a real leak from him. So, take that with that's where he's getting Skull Kid from. So this next one really has zero credibility, but it goes along with these, the last two things I was talking about. Basically, just someone over on 4chan said that they don't think LOZ18 knows anything past E3. They said that Leaky Pandy on Twitter doesn't have inside info either and just got a lucky guess. And they said there's no Skull Kid, no Shantae, no Banjo, and no Isaac. So, I don't know. This person is just a random person on 4chan, so there's literally no reason to believe this. But it happened, at the same time that we got this thing against Skull Kid and some new stuff about LOZ18 coming out. So, whatever. The timing time's up, but beyond that, it's really nothing. So the final bit of info is on Isaac, and a little bit on Skull Kid too, but it's all about LOZ18, really. So LOZ18's been a little tough to track and follow. I've said this in my other videos, but basically started off over on GameFAQs, where he got some things right for E3, very specific things, definitely had real information before E3. He then posted basically only one thing that he really leaked after that, which was Skull Kid is a playable character, and then at some point on, just posting a lot and talking to people, he decided to get rid of his account over there. So he totally deleted his account and started moving over onto Twitter. On Twitter, I saw that he suggested Isaac had a chance, and I think a lot of people latched onto that, but he just suggested, Isaac was possible, not necessarily a leak towards Isaac. He was on Twitter for a while until he recently decided to up and leave Twitter, and he's moved over onto a Discord channel, a very small one, kind of private one. But some stuff has come out of there that he said. Pretty recently, he said something about there being probably a direct in November, and he, is still confident in Skull Kid. So very recently, some information from that Discord has come out. I'm just going to read it to you. He says, "Okay, I'm confident that Skull Kid might be playable. Yes, that character looks like he might be definitely playable, but I haven't played with him. I haven't seen a model for him. Haven't even seen a graphic design of his cutscenes yet. Now concerning Isaac, I'm sorry guys, but don't bet on Isaac being playable." So yeah, that's pretty much the new thing about Isaac is LOZ18 is saying not to bet on Isaac. So like I said before, he never really came out and leaked Isaac. A lot of people kind of took it like he did just because he was talking about the character, but that was really close to when that Rathalos image came out, that Twitter image from Sakurai came out that looked sort of like a Golden Sun scene, like a battle scene. So maybe LOZ18 was just following speculation along with everyone else and thought, wow, maybe Isaac seems, possible now. So after he wrote that, he went a little further. So next he said, "And in part it is true. Just hang in there for 2 weeks or so, or 3 weeks, or maybe a month, or 2 days, 5, who knows? No 4. Wait, 6 days." So I don't know, that's just like, when are we going to get information? Basically, he doesn't know. After that, he went into a little bit of detail about, getting information on K. Rool, and he says, "When I got material for K. Rool, his representation was obvious. He was a big deal in the material we had. Being in the last 2 minutes and 28 seconds of the direct, I knew that bosses aren't hype that way. Didn't make sense to talk about Dracula first and then leave K. Rool for the end like that. Didn't make sense for being a boss, but even so, the line was blurry because we knew Rathalos was having a specific description and showing, so that threw us off a little. Get it? We don't get specifics. Just lower the expectations a bit." So basically, I think what he's saying here is just that he finds out about characters, but he does not necessarily know if a character is playable or not. He probably heard about Dracula, heard about Rathalos, heard about K. Rool, assumed K. Rool was probably playable, but, didn't know. He got a lot of information about those other characters, so they also seem likely. So it's really hard for him to say whether or not a character is playable or if they're just going to get highlighted in a direct. Or just smash information in general. So I don't know exactly what or who he's getting information from, but probably some sort of Nintendo employee who needs to know, what characters are maybe in the marketing for the direct or something. I don't know, but apparently doesn't know whether or not necessarily a character is playable, but he's guessing Skull Kid's playable. So, Leaky Pandy saying Skull Kid is just a boss, it could be, because it seems like LOZ18 wasn't sure if K. Rool was a boss or playable, just assumed playable. So I don't know. I don't know what to think here. It's a little bit of a hit against Skull Kid, but I would say I'm kind of trusting LOZ18, going with my gut, going with LOZ18's gut, and saying, Skull Kid is probably still going to be playable, still likely a playable character. So in regards to LOZ18 saying, "I'm sorry guys, but don't bet on Isaac being playable," well, a little while later he came out and said, "I didn't say anything about Isaac. He still has a chance." So I don't know. Is he trying to do some sort of smoke screen to get Nintendo off his back or something? He's been jumping around from GameFAQs to Twitter to now a private Discord channel somewhere. I really have no idea. Is he just trying to muddy up everything so no one can get caught with, leaking information? I don't know. Like I said, I never really saw him say Isaac is definitely playable. So for him to go back and say don't bet on Isaac, and then to say I never said anything on Isaac, he still has a chance, it might just be speculation for him. LOZ18 sometimes mixes speculation in what he says, and it gets kind of mixed up in his leaks, and I don't know. So yeah, I guess just take that one with a grain of salt. I think Isaac still has a chance. So yeah, I think all these characters basically still have a chance. Skull Kid, Isaac, and Rayman. So, I don't know, nobody deconfirmed, but just some information against them that's come out lately, but none of it seems damaging enough to totally deconfirm them. So yeah, I believe my next video will be the Skull Kid video unless something else comes up, so I'll try to get that video out before something else comes up, and yeah, hope you guys look forward to that one. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. It really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.